Hey guys, today we're going to be doing a review of the Dyson Cinetic Big Ball Animal Plus Allergy Vacuum Cleaner. So stay tuned. Yeah, I don't do reviews on vacuum cleaners or household appliances or equipment, but I actually really needed a vacuum and I really needed to do some household cleaning. So I ordered one and I was doing a lot of research and I happened to find a really good review on a Dyson vacuum cleaner. I've owned plenty of vacuum cleaners in the past. I've had Hoovers, I've had Bissells, and they've all failed, to be honest with you. Surprisingly, the longest lasting vacuum I've ever had was a Hoover, and it was, I believe, a wind tunnel series. I've had multiples of them. I've had the, I believe, the Pet series and also the wind tunnel. I've had Bissells, I've had Eurekas. They've either worked or their belts have broken very easily. And I was just tired of buying vacuums that just kept breaking, spending over $100 on the vacuums. And I was just like, you know what? I want to get a vacuum that's going to last a long time. And I don't have to keep taking the filters out and replacing them. So I did some research and I just happened to find out that Dyson makes a vacuum called the Dyson Cinetic Big Ball. And basically, the reason why it's called Dyson Cinetic is because it has no filters. It does have filters, but it has filters that you do not need to replace. So basically, everything in the vacuum is there. It's one piece. And the big point on this vacuum I wanted to note was actually the warranty. So typically when you buy a vacuum, you have probably a good maybe 30-day in-store return policy, and then you have maybe a 1-year warranty. But actually on the Dyson, you get 5 years, and it says it right on the box. So if you look on the box right here, it says 5 years parts and labor. So what you have to do in order to get this 5 years parts and labor warranty is when you buy it, you have to make sure you give them a call or you text them to the number provided and provide them with the serial number. Once you provide the serial number, you'll provide your name and all your information and you'll be able to register your vacuum with them. So basically, they handle everything else. So it's pretty awesome. You get a vacuum with a 5-year warranty. I don't think I've ever seen a vacuum with a 5-year warranty, but that's pretty awesome. So basically, this is the box. And if you look at the top of the box, I opened it already, but there's some attachments that it includes. One of the attachments is the turbine tool, and also the carbon fiber brush soft dusting brush. There's a reach under the floor tool, a mattress tool, and a multi-angle brush. And even though it looks like it doesn't have that many attachments on the box, there's actually a lot more that it includes. And honestly, I don't think I have the time to show you all of them, but I can show you a couple of the ones that I do use that are of use to me. So here is the turbine tool. It's still in the box, and you can use it on like a couch or stairs, and it's called a tangle-free turbine tool, so it doesn't get tangled easily with like hairs or pet hairs or any hair actually. So then basically you have your wand here. It extends and retracts. You can press this little button and you can bring this backwards and forwards. So this attaches to the vacuum. And I know you guys are probably thinking, where's the vacuum? And I will get to that very shortly. But I just wanted to show you all the attachments that it includes. Here's another attachment. I actually don't know what this is for, but I guess it's an extension attachment. And you can just attach all your hook, just basically a hose an extender, and it actually goes longer than that. So I just have never used them yet. So, and then you also have, there's a lot of paper and basically a lot of stuff that it includes. And here's your stair tool. So basically, if you want to vacuum your stairs, or like a couch where there's a lot of dirt or grime, here is what you use for your stair tool. And the next thing we have I actually have some tools here in the box that I haven't opened yet, and I don't have the time to show all of them to you, but they're basically all attachments, and I haven't had the chance to actually open all of them. So yeah, that's basically it. And you have this, which is the mattress tool that I showed you on the box, and this is still brand new. I bought this online, brand new. It was a gift for someone, and I'm just doing the review just to show you guys the vacuum itself. But yeah, that's the mattress tool. And that's pretty much it for inside the box. I know you guys are probably waiting for the vacuum itself and wondering where it is, but here it is. Here's the vacuum. This is the Dyson. It is the Animal plus Allergy. Just to let you know, when you buy it, it actually does not, it's not attached. So basically you have to put it together yourself. Everything. Not everything, but basically the handles here, you have to put it together, and it shows you how to do it in the instructions. And the hose is already attached, but you have to attach this to this, and then you have to attach the floor adjustment on the bottom. This part attaches. No, you don't need a screwdriver or anything. Everything just clicks like basically maybe like Lego pieces. It just clicks together. So it's very simple, and the instructions show you how to do everything. So I basically used it for a couple of days. I was vacuuming the house a bit, and I noticed it was actually fairly not that loud. Compared to my last Hoover, it's actually not as loud. It is a little loud, but for a vacuum, I mean, that's what you expect. But the suction is excellent. It's very good, and it evenly cleans the carpets and adjusts to the floor as advertised. I mean, you can't manually adjust it yourself, but it automatically adjusts to the rugs based on the heights, how low it is or how high it is. So it actually does all the work for you. And even when you're vacuuming, it actually self-propels itself, which a lot of vacuums claim to do. I know I've had a Hoover that had self-propulsion, but over time it degrades and it doesn't work as well, or it just ends and it doesn't work anymore. But this vacuum actually has that self-propelled system due to the fact that it has two motors. And most of you probably won't see this, but one motor is located here, this little big piece, and the motor for the vacuum itself, where all the suction is happening, this is where the motor is located. And there's also a filter inside here that is screwed in place right over here. So there's a filter here as well. So basically everything, once you're attached, a few points I want to point out to you is make sure you don't go over like the edges of a fray carpet, because it could get tangled up inside the motor brushes. You wouldn't want to mess it up, the vacuum. And then also, as obviously, you don't want to suck up anything that has water or fluids or rocks or stones or anything of that kind. So you just want to make sure you are basically a responsible user with your vacuum, and also make sure you plug in your vacuum to a power strip. And a lot of people probably maybe don't always do that, but plug it into a power strip. And when I mean a power strip, I'll show you a power strip. So this is a power strip I have. This is in my house. So basically, if anything happens, if there's an overvolt, basically it will turn off the vacuum safely, and it will turn off all the power to all the electronics connected to it safely. Basically, a lot of people think it's a gimmick, and it's like, I don't want to do it. But it actually works, because the first day I used this vacuum, I plugged it into a power strip, not an outlet, and lo and behold, it shut off. The vacuum automatically shut off, and it shut off the power to everything plugged into it. I happen to have just like a fish tank plugged in, but it actually shut off the power. But then when I plugged it in back again, it still worked. So if that was an outlet, it could have surged out the outlet, cut out power to your circuit breaker, and flicked a switch in a place where you wouldn't want that to happen. So it's really important. Always use a surge protector. I really recommend it, and I think it's a really good safety precaution if you have any high-priced electronics or any vacuuming equipment, anything that uses a lot of electricity or wattage or amperage. You want to plug it into a surge protector. So here's where you turn on the vacuum. It's the power button. It's very simple. You just press the power button on. And here's the actual brush on and off button. So this turns on your brushes for the bottom of the vacuum. But here's the thing, is that it doesn't just turn it on. It only engages when you have your vacuum in this position. So when your vacuum is in the adjusted position this way, that's the only time the brushes will activate. So, but once you put the vacuum back in its upright position, then it will disengage. So basically, it's very simple. So as you can already see, it looks a little dirty, and that's because I already used it. So basically, this is where the cyclonic technology happens. All the little cyclones are located inside, and it goes around, and all the dirt goes through, either through here or through your hose, and then it goes into the bin, this plastic bin. And it's sealed off with this rubber grommet here. So it's very easy to empty. You just press this button. So to release all the dirt, you just press this lever down and into your trash bin, and all the dirt is emptied. So that's about it for the review of the Dyson Cinetic Big Ball. I know I didn't really go too much in depth with the vacuum because there's actually still quite a few things I could have mentioned. But basically, it's just an average vacuum. It is very high quality, and it is very powerful. And I recommend it based on the use. I've used it on the stairs. I've used it on rugs. I used it on hard floor and also hard to reach areas. And I would give it probably, I would say, a 9 out of 10. It is way better than the Hoover I've used to use, the Eureka, and also the Bissell. I've had plenty of vacuums in the past. Even I remember, I think, Panasonic's bagged Panasonic vacuum. And basically, I've tried all types of vacuums, and I believe out of all of them, at least the vacuums you can buy in a retail store, I would say the Dyson would be probably one of the best you can get on the market. So I recommend it, and you don't always have to just get the Cinetic. You can get the standard Dyson with the Animal. They also have the Animal 2. They have the I believe the V11, which is cordless, and it's a rechargeable vacuum, so you don't have to have a big clunky thing that you have to carry around with you all the time. And they have a lot of options, so it's not just this vacuum that you have to get. So but the suction on Dysons I highly recommend, because they really live up to their name. And compared to other vacuum cleaners, I've done so much cleaning in my many years, and I definitely recommend that you get a Dyson. So that concludes the review of the Dyson Cinetic Big Ball Animal Plus Allergy Vacuum Cleaner. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. Please hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. And I hope to see you guys soon. Take care and have a good one.